couple tears of joy with his teammates surrounding him. Caminera's long dreamt of suiting up for the Dominican Republic. A few years ago, he said, "I'll be the water boy if it means I get to put the Dominican Republic jersey on." They told Albert Pujols about that, and he said, "I sure am glad I got the water boy on my team now." One ball, two strikes on Rodriguez. Testament to how much star power there is in this lineup. He's hitting seventh. On the ground to second, Terang. That'll do it for the Dominican Republic, but they draw first blood. It looked like Skeens was going to roll through this second. He had two strikes on the youngster, but he leans out and pounds it to the seats the way they've done it all tournament with the long ball.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to help make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, "You gotta try."
This place, how would you describe the environment?
Yeah, it's a spectacle. It's what everyone wanted to see, right? Superstars on both sides of the field, up and down the lineup. Just great players, electric atmosphere.
Your impressions of Skeens so far?
I think he looks awesome. It's one pitch to Junior Caminero and an 0-2 count that kind of hung in the middle of the plate. They got a potent offense over there, no doubt.
You have a potent offense too. You've been waiting all tournament for it to really erupt. What have you seen so far in the approach?
I like the quality of at bat so far. We've gotten some guys on base. Listen, it's tough. He's throwing 99 miles an hour there in the first. Hopefully it settles in a little bit and we can get to him.
Mark, thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong, the 9-hitter, starting off this third for Team USA. 1 ball, 1 strike. PCA center fielder for the Cubs hit 2 home runs against Italy to win the job, take it from Byron Buxton, and then had 2 hits, knocked in a run against Canada in the quarterfinal to solidify that spot. Really, these guys at the bottom of the order, John, and Terang and Crow Armstrong have been the most consistent guys.
They have. They've had the best at-bats and results. So, look, you got to take advantage of mistakes, and when pitchers make great pitches on you, even great hitters are going to get out.
9-1-2 for the Americans, playing from behind for the first time. That's raked foul. Crow Armstrong, 31 home runs last year, 35 stolen bases, won a Gold Glove. Joined Sammy Sosa as the only Cubs to have 30 seasons. That was even with really bad struggles the last couple of months. He was an MVP candidate in the non-Ohtani division for a lot of the year.
This game is tough for patience, meaning patience for managers on pitchers or decision, patience for hitters wanting to do so much or maybe not feeling right mechanically, and it's a cruel game because it doesn't justify what these guys are going to do during the year, but it kind of quantifies what they do right now, whether they go on to win or not.
The 1-2 pitch misses high. I didn't get the impression talking to Albert Pujols he was going to have a pretty aggressive hook with Severino today.
Yeah, and if anything got sideways, you felt like that was the sense. He's got a great bullpen. He's got a rested bullpen, and he's not afraid to use it.
Only one run allowed from that Dominican pen all tournament. So Armstrong's down on strikes, and Luis Severino, who got less swing and miss than any pitcher in the American League last year, has 4 strikeouts the first time through the order.
Well, it goes back to what I said earlier, that the Americans are going to have to put the ball in play, and they have not done that. 4 Ks out of 9 is not indicative of what we're used to seeing these guys do. So give Severino a lot of credit.
This is with his first one to Bobby Witt. U.S. getting its second look at Severino here. There's the speed, there's the arm. We know about the high average. Just an incredible athlete. Mark DeRosa said before the game, it's like a kangaroo out there the way he's bouncing around. And he's got that quick twitch, but then he'll go in batting practice with the big guys like Judge and Schwarber, and he's right there with them, how far he's hitting them. Racked his brain for a minute when we asked him, how far do you got to go back to find a guy this toolsy? He thought about it, and he said, I don't know. But he said, I want to say Robin Yount, but with much bigger power.
Yeah.
Yount, the Hall of Famer of the Brewers, he averaged 15 home runs a year. Bobby Witt, his first 4 years in the majors, has averaged 27. He's still getting bigger, still getting stronger.
He's got a simple approach. He thinks right center, and then if he sees it in, he pulls.
Slashes a line drive to left center field. It's down for a base hit in front of Soto. The 1-out single for Bobby Witt. Now he got his speed on base.
See, the difference between a great hitter like him and just an average hitter in the big leagues, they get pull happy on every pitch, and you get yourself out more by trying to pull every pitch than being able to stay up the middle, go right center, and then adjust, like the quick hands that he had right there to get that single.
Tying run aboard. Bryce Harper at the plate, taken inside for a ball. Harper now 3 for 21 in the Classic with 8 strikeouts.
He needs a pitch out over the plate that he can drive to left center.
Pulls one down the line and a base hit for Bryce Harper. Tatis over to dig it out. Witt stopped at third. Throw to second offline. Harper's got a double. The U.S. has a threat.
This will be the first decision for Albert Pujols. He got that cutter in and just hooked it down the line. You got Aaron Judge with a base open. You really can't play the infield in because he hits it so hard. It's kind of a moot point, so they're going to play back. And it looks like they're going to pitch to him.
See how much he gets to hit. Singled his first time. Tying run at third, go ahead run at second. Here in the semifinal.
They'll be ready to go on this first pitch, I guarantee it. Wow. Fouled it off his body. He hit it so hard it looked like a normal ground ball to Machado.
Aaron Judge 4 for 6 against Severino with a home run. We're in USA. First time at any level. A lot of these guys played growing up. Teenage teams, 18 and under teams. This is the first time for Judge. And as America's captain. And an 0-1 from Severino. Ends out of the way. Ball 1.
Aaron Judge has got one more pitch to think. Until you get to 2 strikes, you think about driving the ball. Once you get to 2 strikes, you've got to put the ball in play. It changes a little bit. He's good enough, obviously, with that average and power combination.
Lays off. He's ahead. Batting title last year wasn't just the home runs. .331 average. And then the 53 home runs that he paired with that, the most ever for a batting champ. Had to have something special to win the MVP when Cal Raleigh did what he did. That's in there, and it's 2-2. So now you got to become that hitter.
You got to become that hitter. It's a ground ball to short, and it's a tie game. A ground ball up the middle, and you're up by 1.
The 2-2. Judge takes ball 3. So much juice in this place.
I know, that's a great pitch and a great take. It really was. That pitch was just off the plate, but it was a perfect kind of catch him looking, maybe thinking breaking ball, and he heats him up with a fastball.
Seems to be seeing it well. Here's a 3-2, and he got him. He's out in front, strike 3. Judge unable to put it in play. Severino recapturing the old strikeout stuff of the early career. Luis Severino.
And this is such a good breaking ball after heating him up on a fastball away. I mean, I know it's hard to talk about a third inning at bat that could be very vital to a game because there's so much more time, but in this atmosphere with these two teams and a situation where Aaron Judge is going to get that runner in about 90% of the time during the year.
The U.S., for as many stars as there are in this lineup, they just have not taken off. They took advantage of lesser pitching staffs in the first 2 games. They've had flashes in a couple games since then, but it hasn't felt as connected. It's a question of, are they just seeming listless because they're not scoring? Are they flat so they're not scoring? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? No matter how you slice it, it just has not felt how you figured it would. Second and third, 2 out. And it's up to Kyle Schwarber, who has led the United States with 7 hits in this tournament. Witt at third, Harper at second. Strike 1 on Schwarber.
I mean, he is pitching the quadrants and nothing over the middle of the plate.
He's home with an 0-1. Trying to build off what he did in the second half last season. He was miserable in the first half. First year with the A's, went 2-9 and was vocal about not wanting to pitch in a minor league ballpark where they're playing their games until they moved to Vegas. But in the second half, Severino was 6-0, 3 ERA. This is inside, and it's 2-1.
Again, I haven't seen too many pitches that are the same and that are in the same location. You notice where he's getting the hitter's eyes. Away, down and in. Away, up.
Guy you can't miss against. Schwarber fouls it off. Fastball to the top of the zone, and it's 2-2.
But again, all on the quadrants, all up. That one was up at the top of the zone. The fastball previous was away.
Deuce is wild in the third. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2. Right there for strike 3. Severino with a roar. USA had him second and third. Judge and Schwarber coming up. Back-to-back Ks for Severino.
Charlie, here, come here.
Oh. I'll be right back.
Good, Charlie. Come, sit. Let's go home. Charlie, stop. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you.
Sorry, where were we?
Okay, it's just a laxative. How scary could it be?
Honey, relax. It's Miralax. It works with the water in your body for gentle relief.
Relax. It's Miralax. For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mirafiber.
All right, so you got the memo. Looking good.
Ryan, there seemed to be a lot of tension in the turns. What happened?
Yeah, well, when it gets really hot and you're cool.
Every turn matters.
But yeah, I mean, when it gets that hot.
Every turn.
Ryan.
I get that, but can you take us through the last turn?
Like he said, every turn matters.
If you want to turn data into decisions, then make every turn matter with Trimble. Confidence at every turn.
Through Miami with Dominican manager Albert Pujols. You had your bullpen up just in case in that last inning, and Luis Severino basically said, "I got it, Skip." What have you seen from him so far?
100%. I mean, Seb is throwing the ball well so far. I mean, really emotional third out right there. But besides that, I mean, it's not easy to face a lineup like that on the other side. But he's keeping his potion and making some good pitch when he needed to, you know, and so far he's given us what we needed.
Junior Caminero has hit a lot of big home runs for you in winter ball, and 3 of them here. 22 years old. What is it about him to come through on the big stage?
He's living for this. I mean, he told me. I mean, I can see it in his face today. He feels good about it. And, I mean, it's a young kid, 22 years old, to play in this big stage like this. And what's good about it, he's just going to get better. That's what's good about for him and dangerous for the rest of the league.
Thanks so much, Albert.
Thank you.
Albert Pujols managed Junior Caminero in winter ball in the Dominican Republic. Said he looks at him like a little brother. He's already seen him grow so much. Still just 22 years of age. Dominican great Austin Wells is at the plate. Austin's from Arizona, but his mom's side of the family's from the Dominican Republic. And it was Wells that had the walk-off home run against Korea. He's down on strikes here for the first out of the third.
Well, there's been 3 huge moments, and Dominican Republic has been a benefactor of all 3. The one thing I'm going to be looking for next inning is what carryover effect does it have for Severino to get through that inning the way he did? The energy he exerted, the emotion, the velocity. It'll be very interesting to see how that next inning goes for him.
Ricardo Perdomo, who's the best bunter in baseball these days, shows it and takes a strike for the U.S. in that inning. Gunnar Henderson, Will Smith, Roman Anthony due up, and we did see the bullpen was working, ready to go. Albert Pujols not going to wait around tonight. 2 Ks for Skeens, just the one mistake. The one pitch left up to Caminero. The U.S. out hitting the Dominicans 4-1. But nothing to show for it. And just the one base runner, the big swing. Dominican Republic in front. Perdomo, one of the hardest players in the league to strike out, down 0-2. And now takes high. Going into his 5th season with the Diamondbacks. You go back to his rookie year, he was statistically the worst hitter in baseball. Last year he was top 5 in MVP voting, 20 home runs and 100 batted in. He gets hit by this 2-strike pitch. And the table's set for the top of the order as Skeens hits Perdomo.
Tough. 2-strike hit by pitches are tough for pitchers to take. He tried to absolutely bury this pitch, and he did bury it, unfortunately, into a cleat.
So Perdomo's on. Back to the top of the order. Fernando Tatis Jr., who set the world on fire when he broke into the major leagues. And then the injuries, the suspension, he missed a full year. The bat hasn't quite been the same in the years since. What's changed, though, is he's gone out to right field and not just been good. He's been the best right fielder in baseball. But there's still flashes of that offense. And this WBC, I think, John, inspiring hope that he can get back to what he was early on in his career when he's one of the 3 or 4 best players in baseball.
Yeah, he's got great power to all parts of the field and really good plate coverage.
This is what we've seen more in this tournament, and granted it's a tiny sample size, but much more discipline. Skeens 2-0. That's 5 straight misses from Skeens. Down to 0-2 on Perdomo after striking out Wells, but has lost it a bit here. Now 3-0 on Tatis. Tatis with a .600 on base percentage in the Classic. 11 runs batted in 5 games. He's bearing in on the record for the tournament. Yoshida of Japan knocked in 13 in the last WBC. Perdomo inches off to his lead. His good wheels. You wonder how diminished that may be. Getting hit on the foot. Only guy for the Dominican with multiple stolen bases in the tournament. Not running. Tatis bounces it down to third. Henderson guns to second for 1. Over to first, not in time. Tatis out with a fielder's choice.
Henderson did a great job taking his time to make sure he gets the throw to second. The tendency is to try and hurry up and get a double play, but he knows Tatis can run. Not opening up a big inning by trying to make a heroic play, just make the right play.
Two gone in the third. 36 pitches for Skeens. They're on halfway to what Team USA has in mind here, having respect his build-up for his Pirate season. Ketel Marte takes upstairs. Marte popped out his first time. One of the best players in baseball that people don't talk about in that breath. The last 2 years, the top 5 hitters in terms of on-base plus slugging goes Judge, Ohtani, Juan Soto, Bobby Witt, and then Ketel Marte, who shows off that bat with a base hit to right. Tatis heads for third. Throw from Judge. Right there. He's gone. Judge, touchdown Tatis. Thrilling stuff. Well, Yankees fans, I think the elbow's just fine.
Dale, dale, mete mano, déjame la bandera ahí de tu equipo en los comentarios, dale, dale.
I'll tell you what, he threw it on the fly. A strike. The easiest one to tag. And a huge moment for Team USA.
Skeens appreciates it. He said, I see your fastball, and I know a good one. 96 miles per hour on the throw from Judge, his second outfield assist of the tournament. Gunnar Henderson starts the fourth for Team USA. 5, 6, and 7 against Severino. Captain of Team USA, and Mark DeRosa said obviously had high expectations what Judge would bring, had high expectations what the clubhouse would be like. And he said it's all exceeded his expectations, and it circles back around in a room full of superstars to number 99. 1-0 Dominican Republic on a Junior Caminero home run in the second inning. 0-2 to Henderson is taken down and away for a ball. Mark DeRosa called Gunnar Henderson this winter and offered him a spot on Team USA. He said, I want to be up front with you. Bobby Witt is our starting shortstop. We want you on the club. We're going to find time for you. And Henderson said, all right, I get it, but I'm going to force your hand. Sure enough, the first start that he gets, bangs out 4 hits. Finds himself in the starting lineup in this winter go-home game. Rookie of the year in 2023. Was an all-star in 2024. Not quite as good last year, but still just 24 years of age. Good take right there. Count evens 2-2.
Big inning, as we talked about, coming off that emotional inning before. Velocity coming back closer to his average. And what happens for a pitcher when especially you're not built up, you go through a high energy stressful situation, you make pitch after pitch, and you get out of it and you explode in the third inning, which you wouldn't do many times in a regular season game, but this is not a regular season game. You've got to be careful, and I think the bullpen's going in the right direction because of that air coming out of the balloon type feeling.
Henderson fouls it off. Ed Gregory Soto warming down there. Did you have any tricks for when your motor got running a little bit too hot?
The biggest thing that I learned, well, I never really, unless it was late in the game, would let out too much emotion because I was always trying to store it up. But the one thing you can't do is you can't sit back and let it eat or throw it as hard as you can. You've got it when you're in this play right here, and consider this the 8th inning in a normal start because spring training hasn't built him up. You rely on your location and secondary stuff to get you through because the velocity he had early was good enough.
Gunnar Henderson getting a lot of information from him here. The 9th pitch, turns on it, sends a fly ball to right center field. Gunnar Henderson has tied it up. DeRosa pushes the right button, pushing Gunnar Henderson into the lineup. Numbers that you could not deny against Luis Severino in his career.
But I'm telling you that this is all like pitching 101. I think this should be his last hitter, and the reason being is he has lost an inch or two now on that crispness. And he did everything he could that last inning to keep it at 0.
If a tank can be emptied in the 3rd inning,
yeah.
And this time of year maybe
absolutely. In this kind of game, there's so much emotion. You can't ignore it.
Will Smith breaks it down left center field. Juan Soto's on the run, tracks it down. What a hand from Severino, as Soto covers a lot of ground right there. Defense, one of his focuses this offseason. Look back at the Henderson home run. Wakes up that Team USA dugout. They've been looking for the big swing, and they get it from the Orioles star, Gunnar Henderson. One batter later, that is it for Luis Severino. Albert Pujols out to make a change. A couple of 2-strike home runs A 1-1 game in the semifinal.
This is the NASCAR Cup Series on FS1. It's star power and horsepower. It's all gas, no brake. Week in and week out, as the best of the best run the gauntlet. Short track tempers. Good grief. Road course carnage and champagne chaos. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. Darlington, next Sunday at 1:30 Eastern on FS1.
Something about this doesn't make sense.
Whoever sent you here lied to you.
I'm getting worse. I just want to be myself again. You're not telling me something.
The guy I saw was a hot old guy.
We've had a witness come forward. This witness is reliable. He's coming after me, then you, then your family. Sounds like you're letting yourself get spooked by a boogeyman.
Memory of a Killer, all new Monday on Fox.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. And Saturday night, that's locked in. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America. Only on Fox.
3 1/3 for Luis Severino. Just the one run and the home run from Gunnar Henderson. And it's turned over to this Team Dominican bullpen that's given up just 1 run in 22 innings in this tournament. Gregory Soto, a couple of appearances counting for part of that. Getting ready to start his first season with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Last year between Baltimore and New York. The lefty's on to face Roman Anthony here.
Good arm. He could be a little bit wild of the strike zone. And certainly he's got the power.
So does this guy right here, Roman Anthony. #1 hard hit rate in baseball as a rookie last year. Does that mean anything? Well, to judge a stat, look at the guys that populate the top of the leaderboard. Top hard hit rates in baseball after Roman Anthony was Kyle Schwarber, Shohei Ohtani, and Aaron Judge. That's a pretty good stat category to want to be a part of. 21-year-old paced it. 1-0 pitch. Down and away. Alex Cora was looking forward to him getting some more lefty opportunities in this tournament here. It's one of them right here in a tie game. A 2-0 pitch. Just inside, ball 3.
Team USA knows they've seen Soto in the big leagues. They know sometimes you got to wait it out.
Anthony not on the initial roster for Team USA. Corbin Carroll got hurt, and they needed another outfielder. And Anthony was the choice. Most of the conversations around Anthony revolved around Team Italy. He had decided he wasn't going to play for Team Italy. He injured his oblique at the end of last season and wanted to focus on recovering from that, getting ready for his Red Sox season. But he got what he said was a shocking call. That was from Mark DeRosa and Team USA to join the red, white, and blue. Fly ball right center field. Rodriguez and Tatis going back. It is gone. Roman Anthony gives the U.S. the lead. The one that got away for Team Italy, and a pretty good guy to add to the lineup for Team USA.
He waited him out. And he got to a 3-2 count and just displayed that power and bat-to-ball skills that he has.
Terrain fouls it off, and so on a pair of home runs here in the 4th inning, Team USA has taken the lead.
And that is just as pretty as it gets. The bat's in the zone. But the bat did stay in the park.
strike on Terang. It's 0-2. Roman Anthony was at the championship game the last time Team USA played in the World Baseball Classic. He bought a ticket to go to the championship game. He was in his first Red Sox spring training, drove over here to Miami with a couple minor league teammates, and they sat in the stands.
Because we don't cover every game and we've been primarily staying with Team USA, is that the first deficit for the Dominican Republic team?
We'll double check it, but they had outscored their opponents 51-10. The only game that was even close was the first one against Nicaragua of all teams. That was 3-3 to the late innings. It's been a walk in the park for the most part. Trying to repeat what the 2013 club did, and that is have a clean sweep right on through. They won their lone title. There's nobody left from that team unless you consider Nelson Cruz, who's the general manager for this edition of the Dominican Republic. Albert Pujols played one time. That was in 2006. Terang's out in front. Soto gets a strikeout. 2 gone in the fourth. Another look at Anthony's home run. Mark DeRosa said he sensed from his team that they sensed the noise this week. They may not listen to the noise that was around this team, but a sense of we want to quiet it. And they knew that they were going to be coming into a hostile environment here, similar to what they had on Monday in Houston facing Mexico. That was probably 70-30 Mexico fans. What do you think this is tonight?
That's close to 70-30, maybe around there, 60-40, 70-30. And look, the hype around this tournament and the quality of players that have started to agree to play in it.
Little cue shot that knuckles by Soto, and Pico Armstrong's aboard.
Is making this tournament better and better, because when we started this out, we did not get, the Team USA did not get a lot of its stars. And you can put that argument to rest now with the work that Mark DeRosa and the U.S. staff has done, because, you know, we're seeing some star-studded countries. And now it's equaling out.
Yeah, doesn't it kind of feel like this matchup here is the culmination of that, where all those roads have led to from the first WBC in 2006 to this game here, where there are 54 all-star selections in the two lineups, 12 MVP trophies. It is a who's who. And it's another trip to the bullpen. 2-1, the United States in front, and a pair of solo shots.
Football is back. It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go. Friday, March 27th. It starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
The UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is Football Reimagined. The UFL kickoff begins Friday, March 27th and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
The IndyCar Series rolls into Barber, where Palou, Newgarden, and a hungry pack battle for a win. The road to Indy continues. Sunday, March 29th on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month. And it can be all yours for $2.99 a month. Fox Nation is your destination for unmissable content you can't see anywhere else.
What did you do? I told the truth.
Spring won't last forever, and neither will this offer.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month at foxnation.com.
None of this was imaginable 30 years ago. Gonzaga is like basketball fields of dreams. It's like a family.
We all got confidence. He got confidence. We're going to the Final Four. To the championship! That was a killer shot, man.
We're beating teams 30, 40 every night.
Another chapter to this miraculous story. It's one of the greatest stories in the history of sports.
Mejia, who made his major league debut last year for the Colorado Rockies. 25 years of age, on the pitch here in the 4th inning. A pair of solo home runs for Team USA has flipped the score around. Gunnar Henderson and Roman Anthony both finding the seats. Bro Armstrong aboard on a 2-out air. And it's Bobby Witt up there, taking strike 1 from Mejia.
You see the velocity, and it is certainly a lot of velocity is going to come out of that pen for the Dominican team.
It seems like every team in this WBC, even dudes that you've never heard of or that have never pitched in the big leagues, they're throwing upper 90s. There's some guys coming out of the Team Italy pen that haven't even reached AA, AAA at this point. It was like, my goodness. Strike 2 on Witt.
He likes to elevate that fastball. See if this is the place he tries to go to it.
Good lead for PCA. Not running. 2-2. Got the answer to your question. Confirmed that that Nicaragua game was the only time that they've trailed. Nicaragua scored in the top of the 1st inning. And Dominican scored 2 in the bottom of the 1st. Has not trailed since. It was a week and a half ago. 2-2 pitch. There goes Cole Armstrong. A swing and a miss and strike 3. Second time Witt has gone down on strikes tonight. But a pair of home runs has put the Dominican behind for the first time in a long time. A new addition to the lineup, Gunnar Henderson. An addition to the team, and Roman Anthony. 2-1 U.S.
Bro, look at this. Did you see that? Should we tell him? So bad. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop.
Do not listen to that.
Thank you, man.
I know how it feels.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. That's actually an elaboration on point 2, but it counts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. 6, you can bring your own phone if you want. 7, also your number. Bring that too. 8, are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, is this my commercial?
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Book your spring break travel now.
TrueWork designs performance workwear engineered with advanced materials to be lighter, warmer, faster drying, and ready for real job site conditions. TrueWork, performance workwear. Shop now at truework.com.
We welcome you back to the 2026 World Baseball Classic on FS1, presented by Capital One here in Miami. First of the 2 semifinals. The next one tomorrow night. Same time, same place on FS1. Venezuela in the semis for the first time in 17 years. Italy for the first time ever. What a scene it was last night. Venezuela coming back. William Abreu with a tie-breaking home run to beat Japan, the defending champ. And it's 2-1 United States here to the bottom of the 4th as Paul Skeens goes back out there and faces Juan Soto. Just 38 pitches so far for Skeens. Misses with his first to Soto.
He's done a nice job. He had one mistake, and that was the one run he's given up. Got a nice defensive play by Judge to out at third.
That was going to be 1st and 3rd for Soto. Instead, inning over, and he gets to face Soto to start the inning. Vaughn grounded out his first time. Waits on this 2-0 pitch. Pulls it to right field. And Judge, he's got it. Aaron Judge comes off his feet and makes the play. Couple of nice defensive plays for Judge.
just an offensive machine. We've seen his defense, his arm, and the way that he can cover the ground. Look, this guy's played center field, so playing right field, no big thing for Aaron Judge.
One out. Here's Guerrero. And the guy that you had circled, John, both times he's faced him, he's done so with the bases empty.
I'm telling you, that doesn't always work out that way, but when it does, you got a big sense of relief. When you face a guy like Guerrero, you have to remember how you got him out, because he's going to remember how you got him out, and you have to find a different way to get him out. You can't go to that same spot too many times.
The 1-1 to him. Along third and foul. He hit .397 in the playoffs last year. He had more home runs than he did strikeouts. But for me, what was the most impressive thing was just the well-roundedness of his game, his base running, and his defense too.
Yeah, everything was right on point. You knew he wanted this for a long time, and for his team to stay healthy.
That's a base hit down the left field line. He hit it low, but he hit it so hard that it's scooched by Roman Anthony. Vlad Jr. with a double. 116 miles per hour racing to the left field wall.
Well, that's exactly what I was talking about. He got him to ground out to third in his first at bat and went back into that area. And look, this is just, that is such good hitting. I can't even tell you. That split finger fastball going down and in, and he just gets the barrel of the bat to it. A lot of people in the analytical world may want him to drive and lift more pitches. No, sir. Gap to gap, professional hitter. He'll run into his home runs. Don't you worry.
Manny Machado with a tying run in scoring position. Fouls back to first pitch. Captain for the Dominican Republic in his third WBC. He's from just down the street here in Miami. Rito Miami Private School, 3 miles from here, but his mom's side of the family from the Dominican Republic. 0-1 from Skeens. Strike 2.
Okay, now in this pitch right here, I'm sure Paul Skeens very aware it does not have to be and should not be in the strike zone.
Breaking pitch down and away.
You can just keep going higher with that fastball.
Banged up the middle, smothered by Witt. It'll be a hit for Machado, but it saves a run.
Will Smith wanted it high, but he threw it right down the middle. That's the difference. He needed to get that ball above his hands and above the mask of Will Smith, but he threw it down the middle, and lucky it's just a single.
So now Caminero, how you pitching him?
Well, he had him dead to rights until he threw a high slider on the outside part of the plate. You've got to get him. If you throw one pitch in, you can get him out of the way, but you've got to get him off the plate, down.
Do not miss, because he sure won't. 3 home runs in this WBC. Whistles in there. 99. In addition to being the best young power hitter in the game, Junior Caminero last year grounded into 31 double plays, the most in the majors in more than a decade. Skeens delivers 1-1 and a ground ball to short. 6-4. Oh, Terang had it pop out. They get the out at second. Ball came out on the transfer, but instead of the inning ending on a double play, the door's left open. It'll be first and third with 2 out. They had it.
Yeah, Terang maybe tried to do that a little too quick for as hard as that ball was hit. And getting that first out and this ball popping out of his glove. This ball was hit on a 3-hopper right to short, and he just tried to be a little too quick.
Dominican Republic wanted to take a look at that and make sure that he did in fact get the out at second, and there will be no challenge. So first and third, tying right now 90 feet away. Let's see if Dominican Republic can take advantage. Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez had 3 hits, including a home run in the first game against Nicaragua. He's 0 for 11 since. Guerrero at third, Caminero at first. Skeens comes home. They almost hit him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A strike 2. What do you like?
Breaking ball off the plate. He's got him inconscious. He gets an opportunity to get this off the plate, breaking away from him.
Time taken by Rodriguez. 32 home runs last year, another 4 in the postseason. 1 in Game 7 of the championship series. He would have been the guy that they were talking about had that lead held up.
One thing he does do with runners in scoring position, he does chase a lot.
The 1-2 from Paul Skeens. He hit him. Hit him on the wrist. It's the second batter that Skeens has hit with 2 strikes. The bases are loaded. The more immediate thing is hope Julio Rodriguez is okay. A few years back, Jose Altuve got hit in the thumb in the WBC and had to miss the first couple months.
This one just chases in. He really didn't have much. He got him twice off the wrist and his chest.
Rodriguez, who said earlier this week that winning the World Baseball Classic would mean more to him than winning a World Series. So, you know, you're going to have to show him x-rays of a broken bone before he comes out after getting hit right there. He'll stay in. Bases are loaded. And it's Austin Wells coming up.
First pitch. So important here because I would think Austin Wells is going to be aggressive.
He was, and he raked it foul.
Whenever you have a scenario, whether it's no outs or 2 outs, and you know the guy's hungry at home plate on the first pitch, you've got to make that the best quality pitch you can. Preferably get that ground ball out or a chase.
Now Skeens in the driver's seat with all 7 of those pitches, all his toys he can work with. Home with an 0-1. Buzzed him inside, ball 1. Two hits and a hit batter in the inning. The 1-1. Wells down the line, foul. Paul Skeens, who pitched in the College World Series, but a couple of years with the last place team in the Pirates. At this level, hadn't pitched in a game quite like this.
Very interested here. He's got him in conscious. Conscious been inside. Does he throw that splitter away after pounding 2 pitches in?
Wells will take time. Yankee catcher resets. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Stuck with the fastball.
He went away, but he went with the fastball up.
All solo home runs in this game. Caminero for the DR. Henderson and Anthony for the U.S. Tries it again on 1-2 to Austin Wells. Sky high to left field and routine for Roman Anthony. The Dominican Republic leaves the bases loaded. Paul Skeens is out of it. 2-1 after 4.
Movies?
No.
Ferris wheel?
No.
$1 a day.
What the fun?
Hey, I'm about to smoke you like a ham. Fun, yeah!
We need that.
Unlimited play for just $1 a day. Only at Dave & Buster's.
You can do this. You can be the first millennial in history to book a trip on a device that is not their computer.
How?
Yeah, how? I need a big screen to feel safe. Kayak. They compare hundreds of sites, so you know you're getting the right flight, hotel, or rental car.
I'm scared.
We'll do it together.
Kayak. Got that right.
This Friday,
It's now or never.
Project Hail Mary is an awe-inspiring masterpiece.
We have one mission.
Grace Rocky saves stars.
Someday you will find me.
It's an unforgettable cinematic experience. Thrilling, breathtakingly tense, and insanely entertaining.
The world is counting on you.
It's everything we go to the movies for. Project Hail Mary, rated PG-13, Friday.
Pair of home runs for the U.S. in the 4th inning. Lighting this place on fire. Just incredible environment. What's it like down there near the dugout, Ken?
Pretty electric, Joe, and much has been made of Team USA's relatively grim-faced approach in this tournament compared to the joy we've seen from some of the Latin American countries, the Dominican Republic, Venezuela. Part of that stems from the fact that until tonight, the U.S. had not had an electrifying moment similar to Trey Turner's go-ahead grand slam in the 2023 quarterfinal against Venezuela. Tonight, we've seen 3 such moments. The Judge throw, the Henderson homer, and the Anthony homer. From the beginning, the players have said they've relished this experience, relished playing for their country, but the way they're playing tonight, it's a lot easier for them to show they're having fun.
And it's certainly, I mean, high tide raises all boats, right? And the way that the Dominican Republic are over there having a great time, and the environment in this building, figure infuses them with some of that as well. Harper flies out to left on the first pitch, and Mark DeRosa said he just hates that narrative that they're not having any fun. Look, it hadn't probably been real fun the way that it's been against Mexico. For a lot of that game, they were quiet, and against Italy, the loss. Plenty of reasons to get excited early on in this game. Here's Judge, who's 1 for 2.
I always laugh at the notion that, you know, a guy could strike out 3 times, break 3 bats over his knee, and it'll be viewed as that's an intense competitor. He struck out 3 times versus the guy that strikes out 3 times and sets the bat in the bat rack.
Drive center field. Rodriguez going back. Did he get enough? He did not, because Julio scaled the wall. Spider-Man robbing Superman.
Judge had carried his bat almost to first base. Watch this. He knows he's got it pretty good. He's got the bat in his hand the whole time. So there's maybe just a little doubt, and then that eliminated it.
Julio Rodriguez, who just got hit by a pitch Dominican Republic fans, certainly Seattle Mariner fans were holding their breath, making sure he was okay. I think he's all right. Dismay and respect all the same. Something altogether different right there from Mejia. So it stays 2-1. 0-2 on Kyle Schwarber. Julio Rodriguez right at the forefront of young players coming out, showing emotion. Of course, more of the culture in this World Baseball Classic. It invites more of that. And it is so much fun watching them, like he says, play the game like he's a kid again. 0-2 to Schwarber in the dirt. They asked Albert Pujols, do you think that some of this can be taken to the regular season? The emotion you see across the WBC, and he said, I just don't think you can replicate it. You got to know that this is in our blood. This is in our DNA, the way we came up playing the game in the Dominican Republic. So a lot of it has to do with repping the country, wearing that jersey.
Well, plus, you'd be wiped out.
Right?
162 games.
How many more we got? 150.
I always wonder, how much time does it take to remember every celebrational move? The high, you know, everyone's got something, and you know they work on it.
Schwarber on the ground, past Marte, 2-out base hit. Yeah, you got to have a full catalog of those.
Yeah, you do.
You know, like quarterbacks have their play call sheet. You could pull out your band to remind you what your celebration.
The way my brain is, I would forget half of them, and it'd be like, oh, my bad. You know, that wasn't the one we were supposed to do with you.
Gunnar Henderson, who lit the fire for Team USA with a home run to lead off last inning. And Chase Luis Severino, he's going to face somebody other than Mejia. Brazoban will come in. It was this close to a third home run, but Julio Rodriguez says, stays 2-1.
The college basketball crown is back. For the crown right here. An elite postseason tournament on Fox and FS1. 8 teams from the nation's top conferences put it all on the line to rule the court. For the crown right here. Watch out! Coming April 1st, live from Las Vegas.
A champion will be crowned.
The college basketball crown on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets at vividseats.com. Download the app.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch, we'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Brady is back on the field for the Fanatics Flag Football Classic on Fox.
LFG, let's go!
A first-of-its-kind 3-team round-robin tournament with the best of the best. Featuring the GOAT and Jalen Hurts, superstars Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, and Team USA Football. A world-class showdown live from Los Angeles.
I'm fired up.
Saturday on Fox.
2-1, top of the 5th inning. You can take home a piece of the game. You can bid on game-used jerseys, baseballs, bases, and more at auctions.mlb.com. And Julio's saying, yeah, you see that? You like that?
You know what's amazing is when you get to see these guys up close and realize how big Julio Rodriguez is. He's huge. Tatis is big too, but this man right here,
like NFL,
yeah,
outside linebacker,
yeah,
safety.
He could be. I mean, he plays center field, so we see him from a distance. And
Gunnar Henderson, not a little guy. As he climbs in to face the new Dominican pitcher, it's Huáscar Brazoban. 36 years of age of the New York Mets. Brazoban started his baseball journey some 15 years ago when he signed with the Colorado Rockies, but didn't make it to the major leagues until a decade later when he finally broke through in 2022. Ball one on Henderson.
Tell you what, Schwarber can get as big a lead as he wants. They're not even going to pay attention to him.
Up along first, that's fair ball, and Gurriel steps on the bag to end the inning. He's had some tremendous defense in this game. Rodriguez with the latest gem.
I'm a different kind of threat. You can't call the cops on me. I don't even have to break in. I'm invited.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Lori. And this is our TimberTech story.
There are certain things you can do in a house that will last for the ages. TimberTech decking is one of those things. It was an obvious choice for all of the things that we wanted: appearance, durability. It was a no-brainer.
We love the TimberTech product so much that we had to do the railing as well.
With what we've experienced with TimberTech, there is no other choice. It's that good.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough, the communications satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have shrunk to a point.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives you a lot more. T-Mobile families save over $3,700 versus the other big guys. And our experience plans include amazing benefits, plus our 5-year price guarantee. Switch to T-Mobile and save on a big scale.
Next Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on FS1. Catch the best of the best. They go full throttle at Darlington. It's the Goodyear 400, Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Pre-race action begins at 1:30, only on FS1. This is a solo home run from Junior Caminero in the second inning against Paul Skeens, who got out of a bases-loaded jam in the fourth. Dominican really made him work in that inning. It averaged about 12 pitches per inning, but had to throw more than 20 in the fourth. 9-1-2 coming up here. It's Geraldo Perdomo to lead off.
I know it's only 2-1, but there's been a lot of emotional things that are happening in each of these innings. What did we talk about? How many times it's going to be, how hard it's going to get just 3 outs in an inning. It's happened once or twice.
I think you're right. Just the bottom of the first inning. 1-2-3 for Skeens. Rocks and fires in 0-1. Perdomo fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Skeens had 3 uncles who served in the military. That was what inspired him to want to go the same route. Of course, by now you know, went to the Air Force Academy with dreams of being a fighter pilot. Baseball took him to LSU, but he said he thinks every day about what he learned at the academy, and he wanted to do this. He wanted to pitch for Team USA. He said, for every serviceman and servicewoman. Popped into left center field. See who wants it. It's Anthony. And it's, for some guys, you're going to say that because that's what you're supposed to say. But that is genuinely coming from the heart of Paul Skeens. It's a big part of who he is.
Yeah, all I can think of is, what's the tallest guy to be in a cockpit?
That was going to be a problem. Back to the top in Tatis. Skeens is 6'6", 260 pounds.
I just hope this young man can stay healthy and defeat the odds of every pitcher in the big leagues that throws like him, that usually ends up getting something, an injury. I hope he could stay healthy and pitch for 10, 12 years and set all kinds of records.
Tatis with 1 away, takes inside. He's going into his 3rd year with the Pirates. He'd love to see the Pirates build a little more around him.
Come on, Pirates.
And they made some moves this offseason. Got a 1.97 ERA his first 2 seasons. Cy Young after he won Rookie of the Year. Tatis cracks his bat on a flare that's foul.
And I think for him, the next level is going more innings, giving his team more chances to win games. It's must-win game when he pitches, right? And he had a lot of games where it was just 5 innings, 6 innings. And a lot of that had to do with pitch count. A lot of that had to do with controlling the environment for him. The next level for him is to get over that 200 innings and really make that impact in every game a little bit longer by staying in the game a little more.
New piece of lumber for Tatis. 0 for 2 tonight. Skeens comes home. Tatis pounds it into the ground up along third. That is a foul ball.
And the reason I say that is the reward system is counterproductive in our game. They will reward a pitcher for more sexy stats like strikeouts and things that don't really necessarily long-term help your team throughout the season. Innings pitched needs to get back into the forefront to be a valuable commodity for your team.
And I think you're seeing a surge in that. We often see what happens in the postseason become a season-long trend that follows. And look what a lot of the Dodger pitchers did during the postseason. Yamamoto at the front of that line. 1-2 comes home to Tatis. Pops it foul.
Because you can go into a game and be really selfish to get stats, meaning you could throw 110 pitches in 5 innings and get 10 strikeouts and ultimately not be as valuable to your team.
Penn's got to cover 4 innings. Season-long effect of that. You do it too many times. Tatis hustling. Bare hand throw, but wide. Tatis with an infield hit. The only chance Henderson had. Throw is offline though. Tying one aboard. And with the speed of Fernando Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis right as he hits the ball is taken off out of the box. Right here he knows immediately. Head down, going to take a perfect play, perfect throw. And it almost happened.
Career high 32 stolen bases for Tatis last year. He's the tying run at first, taking a good lead, not running, and a healthy cut and a miss. Yeah. Swung so hard his hand came off of the bat with Marte.
Bottom hand usually does not. Is not the one that comes off the bat, and that's the one that did on that swing.
Getting up into the range that Mark DeRosa was talking about for Paul Skeens, but the bullpen still relatively quiet down there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just now, Tyler Rogers has started to get loose. He's one of the new additions to Team USA's bullpen. They added a few guys over the weekend. Rogers, Tim Hill, Will Vest, Jeff Hoffman. Tatis leaning again, but not running. Line drive, base hit, left center field. PCA cuts it off. Tatis hangs on.
Wow, I thought Tatis easily had third base right there.
He's maybe got PTSD.
Maybe.
Cut down by Judge earlier.
That's shocking there because that ball and that angle for the throw was going to be really difficult to wheel around and throw to third.
And there'd be more value in him getting there here than there was when he got thrown out by Judge when there were 2 outs.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to do it for Skeens. The Dominican fans realize what this means. The American ace leaves the mound. And the Dominicans are going to say anybody but Paul Skeens.
Great football is back. It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go. Friday, March 27th. It starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions touchdown take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is Football Reimagined. The UFL kickoff begins Friday, March 27th and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall, while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch, we'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Oh, we got trouble! Oh.
Captain's Log Stardate this Wednesday. Masked singers have taken the Enterprise. Sensors detect a double elimination.
What?
Then, on Fear Factor House of Fear semifinals,
Learn to love getting electrocuted.
the Fear Final 6 are in for a shock.
2 of you will go home.
Not happy about it.
And one goes down hard.
Oh my God.
Only Fear Factor House of Fear after The Masked Singer Wednesday on Fox.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
Well, Skeens runs into a bit of a wall there after the third inning. There's 12 pitches per inning the first 3, but the Dominicans run the pitch count way up, and so he's out after 4 1/3 with runners at first and second and 1 gone here in the 5th. Tyler Rogers comes in, and you cannot swing further from one end of the spectrum to the other. No. You got a guy who averages 99 to a guy that is in the 80s with his fastball. Tatis at second, Marte at first, and Juan Soto's the hitter.
Yeah, that's the one thing when a reliever comes in the game, and I know we got Soto at the plate, so I don't think they'll be too aggressive, but the best time to steal a base is when a reliever first comes in the game with traffic.
Rogers to Soto. Out and away for a ball. Yes, that is an 82-mile-per-hour fastball.
And it's one of the lowest release points you'll ever see. I mean, he's scraping the ground and really trying to create an illusion to the hitter.
Bouncing ball towards the middle. Went to the bag. Off balance. Throw for a double play. Got it on the ground and got 2. Tyler Rogers, welcome to Team USA.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on?
I was paying for 2 subscriptions over like 3 years.
That's like $1,400,000. How'd you figure that out?
I saw an app that shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
So what'd you do then? Just like call and cancel, or?
I have a phobia of making calls, so absolutely I did not do that. The app, you can cancel the app.
What is the app called?
Rocket Money.
I've been saving for my first house for years, but to get the best mortgage rate, I want to keep improving my credit. With Chime Card, I can build credit safely, earn cash back, and grow my score with monthly bills. My score's up 80 points, and my first home is in sight. Start banking fee-free at Chime.
In a pinch? Need cash fast? Bridget's got your back. Get $25 to $250 instantly. No credit check, no interest, no late fees. Download Bridget for free today.
Well, the Venezuelans clear the path. The defending champion Japan is finished. And 2 of the 3 teams that have won face off right here trying to get to the championship game. The Dominicans won it in 2013, the U.S. in 2017. Razabon misses inside to Will Smith. And a 2-1 game here in the 6th. 3 solo home runs accounting for the scoring.
There has been counterpunch, counterpunch, counterpunch. Who's going to deliver the big blow? A game of separation right now. One run that really, when you think of the chances of scoring, each team done a nice job getting the other one out of trouble.
Will Smith had a bunch of big blows for the Dodgers in the World Series run last year. None bigger than the game winner in the 11th inning. Anthony and Turang to follow. Brazoban's 2-1. Smith hooks it foul. Good problem for Mark DeRosa to have, choosing between the two catchers. He's gone back and forth between Cal Raleigh and Will Smith. Raleigh hitless so far and said his swing is just not in a great place. Often isn't at this time of year. If they get to the championship game, it's then going to be who has played best to that point that Mark DeRosa was going to choose to start. Down in a high pitch. One gone in the 6th. And it brings up Roman Anthony, who's got one of the 2 home runs for Team USA. Here's our player profile, sponsored by AT&T. Youngest player on the roster, 21 years old. Go-ahead shot in the 4th, his 2nd home run of the tournament.
And they gave him the rookie treatment. They had him doing all kinds of things. Well, he has delivered. He's become a veteran on the spot with all the, really with not a lot of experience, but man, oh man, he plays like he sure does have it.
Bryce Harper said, "Hey kid, we need some music. Go get us a speaker." But not just any speaker. Mark DeRosa described it as a 1,000-pound speaker that he's responsible not just for buying, but making sure it gets lugged around so they can have their music. 1-1 to Anthony. Swing and a miss. 1-2 out in front of the changeup. He has been in the hip pocket of Aaron Judge. Yankees, Red Sox getting along. Only in the World Baseball Classic. United by their nation's colors here. 1-2. Here comes Brazoban. It's in there. Strike 3. Sinker dives back to the inside edge. 2 out.
This is a great pitch. Look at the movement and the late inside part of the plate. Called strike 3.
Bryce Turang now. Time is called. We're talking about Brazoban, how long it took him to get to the major leagues. Part of it was he wasn't pitching very well, but part of it was he had used his younger brother's name to get 2 years and be a more attractive prospect, and then they found out about that. So visa issues for years as he would try to come back from the Dominican Republic to start his seasons. And when he went to the Mets a few years back, they went out of their way to help him sort those out, basically get that file closed so he doesn't have to deal with the problems when he's going back and forth. So that's been put to bed. He's established himself as a nice piece.
Well, in the beginning, I felt like the team that would put the ball and play more was going to win this game, and that hasn't been proving to be true so far. 10 strikeouts by the USA team, but 2 home runs has got that slim lead.
Big swing and a miss from Turang. Comes in leading Team USA, hitting .476. 0 for 2 in the semi. Down 0-2 here.
Man, he looked really good on the mound.
And he stays that way, pulling the string and a changeup and striking out the side.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Southwest boarding begins now. Oh no. Group Z.
Thought you checked us in last night.
Well, I was a minute late.
I can't have a middle seat. Just hurry up. We gotta sit together. No, move it faster. Pandemonium.
Act natural. Is this seat taken? You gotta ask him.
I am not sitting in a middle seat. Get out of the way.
You installed this?
Even had a few screws left over.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings.
We are farmers. Bum, bum.
The game summary is sponsored by Capital One. I know it doesn't have the big swings back and forth like last night's game, but this has been tight and tense and crisp.
Oh, it has. I mean, you could just sense the crowd waiting to explode. Each team had huge moments. And this is the way I thought, honestly, whether it was 7-6 or 2-1, I thought the game was going to be this way the entire way. And now it's going to come down to the bullpen for the USA to execute perfectly because there's not much room for error at this point.
And the newest pitcher to come out of that bullpen is Griffin Jacks, who has not pitched since Monday. He had former Air Force Academy cadet Paul Skeen start the game. Griffin Jacks went all the way through, graduated from the Air Force Academy, and is a captain in the Air Force Reserves, but a pretty darn good pitcher in the major leagues as well. Going last year from the Twins to the Rays. And he's going to have to be at the top of his game, John. He's got Guerrero, Machado, Caminero.
Yeah, he relies heavily on that breaking ball. And there's changeup.
Guerrero doubled his last time. Takes in the dirt for ball one. Home run of this game for the Dominicans, coming on a Caminero home run in the second. This is a team that averaged 10 runs per game coming in. Oh, pitching staffs against these loaded lineups. Really impressive. Guerrero takes a perfect pitch.
Now at that height, Guerrero didn't like the call, but has such awareness of the strike zone at that height. That breaking ball needs to start at that height if you got any chance to get him to fish.
Slash to right center field. Pico Armstrong gliding to the track. He's there. Makes it look easy. One gone in the sixth inning. Manny Machado had to be having flashbacks when he saw Julio Rodriguez rob that home run in center field tonight. These teams faced off in the quarterfinals in San Diego in 2017, and it was Adam Jones with a home run robbery as Team USA went on to win the whole thing. Tonight, Julio Rodriguez taking a home run away from Aaron Judge. Of course, it was Machado you saw in that shot that hit that ball that Jones brought back. Inside, ball one from Jacks. Machado is going into his 15th major league season. More than half of his career will be in San Diego once this year is complete. His 8th season with the Padres coming up. Wraps it on the ground to short. Backhand whip from the outfield grass. Oh, baby, for out number 2.
I think he took just a little extra second to show off that arm, by the way. His dad, of course, a former Major League Baseball pitcher, probably says, yeah, that's where he's got that fastball from. This right here is just a cannon.
I've seen him make a bunch of these plays in the Classic. Yeah, Dad taking credit for the arms. I don't know where he got the rest of it from. Diving plays, the home runs, but yeah, that's from me. 2 outs. Caminero. Line drive center field, hangs up for Pico Armstrong, and Griffin Jacks. 7 pitches to retire the heart of the order in order.
New Skechers Aeroburst. Running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology. Supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion. Plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
None of this was imaginable 30 years ago.
Gonzaga is like a family.
We're beating teams 30, 40 every night.
It's one of the greatest stories in sports.
You could spend all night checking every receipt and coding every expense. Or you could let Ramp do it. Close the books without the busy work. Ramp. Love finance.
Could you please submit your expenses today?
You could keep reminding your coworkers to submit their expenses. Or you could let Ramp do it. Never chase a receipt again. Ramp. Love finance.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for every kind of home project. Hire the right pro today.
Show your country pride at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic World Baseball Classic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more over at MLBshop.com, the official source for all your World Baseball Classic gear. Derek Skubal has rejoined Team USA to be in the dugout for this semifinal. He hopes for the championship game as well. Skubal started one of the games of pool play before going back to the Tigers. It was Skeens tonight, his second start of the Classic, going 4 1/3. It's been the bullpen from there. 2-1 game. Into the top of the 7th inning, and this is Abner Uribe, the Milwaukee Brewers, to face Pete Crow Armstrong.
Uribe's nasty. He is way nasty. I know he, coming into this game, I think was the only reliever to give up some runs for the Dominican team, but what an arm.
PCA sends a fly ball to center field. Rodriguez won't have to work quite as hard for this one. One gone in the 7th. The United States would love some insurance going into the late innings.
Tremendous movement on that sinker that gets it off the barrel of the bat. This kind of hitter, Bobby, he's due.